Everyone, welcome back to a new post today. Let's look into the most important topics that you need to keep track for August 8th and 9th with regard to the upcoming UPSC Civil Services Examination Prelims of 2026. And we all know that the government provides subsidized LPG cylinders to the households at a very subsidized rate and insulates them from the fluctuating international prices as well. So with this regard, the Union Cabinet now has approved compensation amounting to 30,000 crore to 3 public oil marketing companies. So who are these oil marketing companies? They are IOCL, BPCL and HPCL, that is Indian Oil Corporation Limited, Bharat Petroleum Corporation Limited and Hindustan Petroleum Corporation Limited for under recoveries under the sale of the domestic LPG. The Union Cabinet also approved the continuation of cooking gas subsidy for poor households under its scheme called as Pradhan Mantri Ujjwala Yojana with the expenditure of 12,000 crore. The Cabinet approved continuation of the targeted cooking gas subsidy for the households under the Pradhan Mantri Ujjwala Yojana with the expenditure of 12,000 crore. Beneficiaries will continue to receive subsidy of Rs 300 per 14.2 kg gas cylinder for up to 9 refills. And the international prices of LPG remain high during 2024-25, continue to remain high. That's because of the Ukraine war and also the disturbances in the Persian Gulf with regard to the Israel and Iran war, which recently occurred as well. However, to insulate the consumers from the fluctuation, the government is not passing on the fluctuated prices to the consumers, instead providing them gas on subsidized prices. Now, the income tax bill, which was introduced in February during the budget session, is now replaced. This income tax bill of 2025 replaces the Income Tax Act of 1961. The current Income Tax Act, which regulates and governs the income tax collection in India, has undergone more than 4,000 amendments and contains almost 5 lakh words. Therefore, it is being too complex. And this is the reason why the government is bringing up a new bill to simplify the tax understanding in the statutory laws like the income tax law. The new bill simplifies that nearly 50% of the ordinary taxpayers will be able to read it and understand it. The Finance Act of 2025 had increased the income threshold for claiming tax rebate under Section 87A of the Income Tax Act for residential individual taxable under the new tax regime from 7 lakh to 12 lakh rupees, and the maximum rebate has been raised from 25,000 to 60,000 rupees. Marginal relief as provided earlier under the new tax regime is also applicable for the for the income marginally high than 12 lakh according to the Finance Ministry. A new income tax bill will make filing of taxes very easier to the common citizens and also businesses as well. The Gaza Strip wants to be taken over by Israel. This Gaza Strip, formerly known as Gaza, is one of the 2 small territories of Palestine, the other being West Bank, and both West Bank and Gaza Strip make up the state of Palestine in the West Asian region. It is inhabited mostly by the Palestinian refugees and their descendants. Gaza is one of the most populated regions of the world, and at the end of 2024, the estimated population is 2.1 million in the small strip of area. It is bordered by Egypt in the southwest, Israel in the east and north, and its largest city is the Gaza City, and is also on the coast of the Mediterranean Sea as well. The territorial boundaries were established while Gaza was controlled by the Kingdom of Egypt at the conclusion of the Arab-Israeli War. Now, during that period, the All-Palestinian Protectorate, also known as All Palestine, was established with limited recognition, and it became a refugee for the Palestinians who fled or who were expelled after the 1948 Israel-Arab War. Later during the 60-day war, Israel captured and occupied Gaza, initiating a decades-long military occupation of the Palestinian territories along with West Bank. In mid-1990s, the Oslo Accords established something called as the Palestinian Authority as a limited governing authority, initially led by secular Fatah Party until the party's electoral defeat in 2006, and later it was taken over by the present Hamas. Hamas could then take over the governance of Gaza in the Battle of Gaza, and subsequently now it is warring with Israel, and Israel wants to terminate the Hamas completely and take over the Gaza as well. So the most important points for you to remember is the 1948 Israeli-Arab War, the Oslo Accords, and the 60-day war as well, and the Palestinian Authority, which had limited governing authority, but now it is governed by the Hamas. So Prime Minister Narendra Modi is now going to travel to Tianjin in China for the SCO summit. The visits are followed by Xi Jinping to India for a second informal summit that we both countries had during 2019 and after the Doklam fallout of 2017. Later, the bilateral ties between the two countries plummeted to the lowest point in 6 decades after the Indian and the Chinese troops faced each other at the Ladakh sector in 2020 when the COVID was at its high peak. Blood clashes at Galwan Valley further strained the ties between India and China. The two south sides now had an understanding recently in October 2024 last year to end the LAC standoff, and this was followed by a later meeting between Modi and Xi Jinping in the Russian city of Kazan, where they agreed to revive several mechanisms to normalize bilateral relations and also address the boundary dispute as well. Now, the Union Cabinet is chaired by Narendra Modi has also approved a scheme called as Merit. It is called as Multidisciplinary Education Research Improvement in Technical Education Scheme, in which 25 to 75 technical institutions, which include engineering institutions and polytechnics, will be benefited. Now, the scheme is to improve the quality, equity and governance in technical education, covering all the states and union territories, and it is going to be aligned with the National Education Policy of 2020. It is a central sector scheme with the financial implication of 4,200 crore for 2025 to 2030 for 4 years. And it is being run with the assistance of World Bank, with a loan from the World Bank out of the 4,200 of 2,100 crore. Benefits will be that these institutions will be supported in the scheme. Number one, they will also include high technical institutions in the country like the National Institute of Technology, state engineering institutions. They will benefit. Apart from that, they will handle technical education and increase its expertise, efficiency. Along with that, it will also benefit the students as well. Now, rule number 267 was in news recently with the deputy chairman saying it is being violated in the upper house of the parliament. Under this rule, the members it allows a member to suspend a rule to allow discussion on a specific matter of urgent public importance. So, they can suspend the normal parliamentary proceedings to discuss a matter of urgent public importance in the Rajya Sabha. The rule is intended to be used in exceptional circumstances, but it has been reportedly being used more frequently in recent times, leading to concerns of disruption tactics used by the opposition with regard to disrupting the proceedings in the parliament, especially the Rajya Sabha under this rule. And government has extended PM E-Drive scheme for 2 years up to 2028. PM E-Drive means Pradhan Mantri Electric Drive Revolution in Innovation Vehicle Enhancement Scheme, approved by the Cabinet recently with the outlay of 10,900 crore. It has come into effect in October 2024 and will remain in force till March 31st, 2026. The primary aim of the scheme is to accelerate the adoption of electric vehicles in the country, establish related charging infrastructure, and build a robust EV manufacturing ecosystem in the country. The PM E-Drive initiative promotes mass mobility through the support of public transportation systems. The key objective is to speed up transition to electric vehicles by offering upfront incentives for EV purchases and also development of charging infrastructure. It also seeks to promote the Atmanirbhar Bharat initiative under competitive EV manufacturing environment. And the PM E-Drive scheme is being implemented through the following key components. 1. Subsidies. Subsidies are given to purchase electric vehicles. Grants for creation of capital assets like establishment of charging stations and upgrading the testing facilities. Administration of the scheme, including activities like fee for project management agency. And mule accounts have been in news because of cyber fraud. What is a mule account? A mule account refers to a bank account used by criminals to transfer and receive or launder illicit funds, often without the knowledge of the holder of the account. These accounts are key of various parts of financial crimes like fraud, phishing, and even terrorism financing. Individuals may unknowingly become money mules by being tricked to provide their bank details and may unknowingly participate for a fee as well. So these are the most important topics I thought I should be tracking for you all for August 8th and 9th. If you did, please do like, share and subscribe, and don't forget to comment at the end of the video. I shall see you in my next post. Until then, it's very happy learning.